and dinner favorites for over 45 years.
Ahead on KUAM News Primetime.
A prisoner managing to escape from the Department of Corrections early this morning, only to be captured by officers within hours. I'm Mitsuki Hirayama with the details.
Building hope for recovery for people facing substance abuse and addiction. I'm Tomas Manglonia with the full story coming up as CNMI Governor Arnold Palacios shares his personal story and recovery journey.
And a new ride for a local organization that cares for those going through tough times during disasters. That story coming up.
Half a day and good evening. Welcome to KUAM News Primetime. I'm Nick Delgado.
And I'm Destiny Cruz. Thank you so much for making us a part of your day.
Well, that's a criminal and internal investigation underway at the Department of Corrections prison after a detainee escaped from the Manila facility this morning.
KUAM was there as the escapee was handcuffed and placed under arrest. Mitsuki Hirayama has the story.
This is the moment officers captured an escapee from the Department of Corrections prison Tuesday morning.
What were they waiting for?
A Barrigada resident nearby taking cell phone video. SWAT officers and a DOC Special Operations team converging along Army Drive in Barrigada. Authorities taking 25-year-old Eldon Cruz Adjehi into custody around 9:40 a.m. DOC Director Fred Bordalio says the escape will come with repercussions.
Our internal affairs also was alerted to, so that they're doing the administrative investigation so they can look and determine what kind of security procedures were in place. Automatically, the officer that was responsible for that post 25 Alpha, the last one who was on duty there, is going to be placed on administrative leave with pay.
As DOC investigates how he got away undetected, the escape points to a larger issue of a growing prison population.
The prisoner managing to escape from one of these dome tents where pretrial detainees are often kept as the prison faces overcrowding.
Inside Post 25 Alpha, where Adjehi was being held on strangulation and family violence charges since February, 70 other unclassified detainees are housed in the open-air structure waiting for their day in court.
The thing is, it's not structure design, with cells, with like a cell block, right? And that creates a vulnerability, when it comes down to individuals freely moving around.
A DOC officer only realizing he was missing after doing a head count just after 6:30 a.m.
To me, when you have pretrial detainees all mixed in with that, they're not classified by their crimes yet because they haven't been adjudicated and convicted yet, then there's a sort of like potential, it's always potential vulnerability and risk that are involved in that right now, right? And so that's why we're really pursuing, the new prison.
It should be noted the last time a prisoner escaped was 5 months ago. Inmate Erson Resalap escaped custody on December 24th while at the KUAM Memorial Hospital for an undisclosed medical condition before being captured. Meantime, Bordalio adds the Guam Police Department is to determine whether Adjehi will be charged with escape. Mitsuki Hirayama, KUAM News.
Thanks, Suki. Well, the case before the High Court involving the Guam Attorney General's withdrawal of representing certain government agencies was heard today.
The governor's legal counsel and the AG will get half an hour each to present their arguments. The Attorney General's conflict case going before justices in the Supreme Court of Guam today. AG Doug Moylan and the governor's legal counsel Leslie Travis, along with others, appearing virtually to find out what happens next. The case is over the AG's withdrawal to provide legal representation for 22 Government of Guam agencies who he confirmed his office is investigating based on audits from the public auditor. He's argued that's a clear conflict. But Governor Lou Leon Guerrero argued to allow the AG to stymie agency activity by refusing to do his part would unreasonably hinder the performance of agency duties under the law and the governor's duties under the Organic Act. Parties are scheduled to argue before the High Court on May 20th, less than 1 month away. Attorneys agreeing with the panel that consists of Chief Justice Robert Torres and Justices Catherine Merriman and Philip Carbolito.
Your Honor, on behalf of petitioner, no objections to the panel as constituted or the date of oral argument.
Your Honor, the Attorney General's office has no objection. Thank you.
The High Court noting how long each party will have to speak in the courtroom.
So the oral argument currently will be split 30 minutes between the Guahan and the Attorney General's office.
Would the court consider a request from amici? We are still contemplating our position, and when would they like a written request for oral argument if necessary?
We would require that request be submitted no later than Friday the 3rd in advance of your brief being filed. And
okay,
with specific information on how much time will be requested, and then we'll have to see if we'll give the Attorney General an expanded opportunity to for argument based on amici's request.
The AG has until April 29th to file his response to the governor's brief, giving her until May 6th to reply. CNMI Governor Arnold Palacios delivered a powerful speech sharing his recovery journey at an event promoting re-entry support on Saipan for those facing substance abuse and addiction.
Regional correspondent Tomas Manzotner reports.
Northern Mariana Islands Governor Arnold Palacios shared his recovery journey at the soft open.
What my mind could do. So re-entry programs, whether it's a re-entry from drug abuse or drug addiction or re-entry from incarceration, work.
He admits that in the past and even during his first campaign for elected office, he could feel the stigma because of his service. Saipan.
And just announced today, the theme for the 80th edition of Guam's liberation is Toru I Tempo I Paz para Hita, which translates from Chamorro to peace for us always. It was lifted from the Guam hymn.
That's right. The celebration is July 19th, 20th, and 21st and will include a unified memorial ceremony, liberation mass, block party, and the annual Liberation Day parade. We'll be right back.
Troy Polamalu Safety, aka the Quiet Storm. Troy's seen more out of the corners of his cold steel eyes than most mortal men have seen straight on. The last thing an offense would witness? A fury of flowing mane incoming at high speed.
Hey!
Cat-like quickness and supernatural instincts like Troy's only come once in a lifetime. And oh, how grateful we are that they came in ours. No one made the beloved burg of Pittsburgh feel quite as safe as this safety. The Hyundai Tucson with advanced safety and tech, because even safeties could use a little more safety themselves.
My late husband, Eddie De La Cruz, was a member of U.S. guerrilla during World War II. Years ago, Congress passed legislation to provide veteran benefit. Eddie's wish was to ensure that I received survivor benefits. I attempted to seek help from federal offices and congressional representatives and got nowhere. I met with the office of Congressman James Moylan, and now we are seeing movement on my survivor's benefits.
For veterans issues, please contact my office at 671-922-6673.
Thank you, Office of Congressman Moylan.
At Not Howie says Taco Bell only really hits after midnight, which is why I'm going to use the Cantina chicken menu to help him see the Taco Bell light. It hits. Hi. Are you at Not Howie? The food hits, right?
The Cantina Chicken Crispy Taco isn't just for late night. The Cantina Chicken Quesadilla isn't just for late night because it has a perfect slow-roasted chicken to melted cheese ratio. That's chicken on the inside, cheese everywhere else. Introducing the new Cantina Chicken Quesadilla only at Taco Bell.
Welcome back to Primetime. FEMA's national level exercise will be taking place at the Riga Royal Laguna Guam Resort tomorrow, April 24th. It's part of the greater national level program with a focus on the Pacific this year. FEMA Regional Integration Branch Cybersecurity Consequence Management Discussion-based exercise.
So part of the broader national level exercise picture is the catastrophic hurricane impacting Honolulu. And so if the port of Honolulu is inoperable for an extended period of time because of a hurricane, what does that mean to Guam? What kind of supplies or resources are coming onto Guam that maybe now are delayed or aren't coming from Hawaii?
Local and federal agencies, along with the private sector, are invited to the exercise. The organization in this next story, known for helping those in their toughest of times, now they are getting a new ride to carry out a great mission.
That's right, the American Red Cross Guam chapter receiving a brand new truck from Atkins Kroll today.
Mobility is more than just moving from point A to point B. For the American Red Cross Guam chapter, a vehicle is a lifeline. From helping families who lost everything to a house fire to sheltering and feeding the island after Typhoon Mawar, help simply cannot wait. In recognition of the humanitarian organization's crucial functions, Atkins Kroll donating a brand new 2024 Toyota Tacoma to aid their efforts.
We believe that by providing mobility to American Red Cross, that you could do the great work reaching out all the 19 villages on the island to do great stuff.
Red Cross volunteer Dan Kogar on how the new wheels will help operations roll smoothly.
It's going to enable us to do more field trips taking care of the people in the community. And, you know, we lost one vehicle during Mawar from the damage. So this is going to give us 2 light vehicles plus a delivery van. And so that's going to enable us, if we have another disaster like Mawar, to deliver more supplies to more of the mayors much faster.
The pickup truck is also outfitted with the official Red Cross logo to ensure timely relief, especially during a natural disaster.
So having all, because people know, hey, they're here to help, bring in supplies, let them through.
Meantime, fellow volunteer Margie Nicholas says the new car will be hitting the road soon for preventative work underway.
We sound the alarm that we are installing to houses for the fire alarm, and that's one of the biggest mission that we actually need to do. And this vehicle really helps us a lot.
Kogar says 4 out of 13 senior citizen centers without smoke detectors have been identified and are scheduled for installation.
Well, all week long, we are featuring the 6 finalists for the 2025 Guam Department of Education Teacher of the Year.
Up next, we shine the spotlight on an 8th grade science teacher from FB Leon Guerrero Middle School, Sharina Valencia.
I'm Sharina Valencia. I teach at FBLG Middle School and I teach 8th grade science. This would be my 6th year teaching. I didn't really know what I wanted to do until I got to college. So when I was there, I was just trying out different classes. I found myself really enjoying the science classes. But at the same token, I was taking an intro to ed class. And I loved observing as well. So I think the two loves kind of meshed together, the love for science, and then I realized I really do like working with kids. And so from there, I decided to take that route. The thing that comes to mind was actually during a field trip. So it was towards the end of the year, we were like wrapping up the year and we were learning about plate tectonics, and I like to add songs and stuff. So we were on the bus, and instead of singing what's on the radio, my students started singing the song that we learned in class, and that was really wholesome to me because it kind of reminds me, and it's very nice and to see that they remember this information outside the classroom and they're able to find fun in it. So I find myself saying two things in class. I say, do the best you can and make work that you're proud of. So I think really just instilling in them that, you know, they really are responsible for the outcome of like how their life goes or what grades they get. And then at the same token, just being there as a supporter and guiding them through things that might be hard. So just reminding them that, you know, do the best you can with what you have and be proud of whatever you are doing.
Now for a look at your world at home.
Here's a view captured of Tanago Falls in Inilahan.
Rooted in the community since 1995, Kmart is here to serve you 24 hours a day. From essentials to fill your pantry to delightful treats, our selection of groceries have everything you need to stock your kitchen with love. Step directly into style with the latest fashion finds in shoes and clothing for the family at unbeatable prices. Turn your living space into a dream home with our unparalleled selection of home goods. Illuminate your shopping experience and brighten your budget every week with our blue light specials. These specials are a testament to our commitment to offering the biggest variety for the best value. Discover a world where quality and savings meets convenience. Kmart is your one-stop shop where every visit is an adventure. Shop smart and save big at Kmart, your Guam shopping destination.
Mickey D's McCrispy. Formerly known as the Crispy Chicken Sandwich, now has some respect on his name. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Real talk. The Spicy Crispy Chicken Sandwich should have been named Spicy McCrispy from jump. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
The Ninja are traditionally known for their stealth, but 3 local boys who competed in the Gym Fit Games, an international Ninja Warrior event in Taipei, definitely made some noise.
On Guam, we have a few competitions a year. People in the States have a few competitions in their state, but then they also have competitions in other states. So they have like 5 times the experience that we do when they're going to competitions. So the main reason was that we're like, oh, well, we'll just go there and see how it is and get some experience. But I feel fantastic because I went there and I got 5th out of 100 people, which was crazy to me.
Brothers Rai and Nico Stranhagen Flores, along Maria Salas and coach Darren Perez, took to the course in line with their preparation and brought home victories and motivation.
I got 2nd in the U15 division, which of course I'm still happy about, right? We went out there, it's only my 2nd off-island competition, so I'm very happy that I still, on my 2nd competition, got 2nd place. But I always think about, man, could have got 1st place. So close. Always think about that one small slip up, and that's what helps me push forward to do better next time.
And the boys happily share their knowledge that a sport that relies on so much physical talent also requires mental strength, staying sharp, and having confidence.
It's not brute strength at all. I've seen people with like, oh, man, that person's kind of skinny. I've seen them, like really skinny people, go up there and demolish a course. And then someone who is very tall and has a ton of muscle, they can go up and they can fail the first obstacle immediately. Because a lot of it is the mindset that you bring on and technique. Because you could go up there and you're like, oh, well, I've done this 1,000 times before, and you could succeed. But if you go up there and you're thinking you're really stuck on one obstacle and you're afraid, then you could entirely fail your run because you're not focused.
These champs have put in work, and they want to get you there too. They say there's an easy way to begin your own Ninja Warrior journey.
If there's a playground with like monkey bars or anything, if they love that, just keep doing that. That is like the most basic of Ninja. You can take that and then take it even further. And then that's what we're doing basically. It's just a bunch of monkey bars at this point.
House to Home, presented by Remax Diamond Realty.
Gina, I'm going to pose the first question to you because we're talking about buildings today. I've always wondered, ever since I was a little kid, so many buildings on Guam, either when they're being constructed or I don't know if it's just like they just stop work, but they always have the rebar sticking up like in all sorts of directions, like from the top. What is the purpose of that? Is that just unfinished work?
I think it's called anticipation. That's what you call those rebars.
You know what I'm talking about, right? You go somewhere and it just like I mean, it doesn't look like they're telecommunications, like antenna or anything like that.
No, I'm not kidding. It really is anticipation bars. People
a second
leave.
Floor, maybe.
Yeah, it's in anticipation of adding on to the structure. That's what they're for. But Jason, I'm glad you brought up the idea of building, right? Building bridges, building homes, building.
Building a building.
Yeah. Well, we understand it's expensive out there. We get that. And honestly, Liz and myself, we've had owners reach out to us that have their own property. And perhaps this is you out there, right? You have your own land and you're interested in finding out if you could build on it yourself. We promote the idea that you build on your property. And if you need information, why don't you reach out to us and we'll figure out, we can at least tell you what you need to do to start in that process. So instead of anticipation bars, let's anticipate you being able to build on your land, right?
So stop anticipating and just go to the bar. I mean, if that's your thing.
Not the bar.
Okay, but trust me, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls watching this right now, there really is no question too out of left field when it comes to real estate for these two. I've been asking these two weird questions like that about the rebar for 9 years and everything like that, and they always come through with the information, even if the answer is like semi-trivial.
House to Home, presented by Remax Diamond Realty. Weekly Renewal is brought to you by Calvo Select Care.
Half a day, I'm Claire Calvo bringing you your weekly renewal. Well, April is Earth Month and April 22nd is celebrated as Earth Day. Although the very beginning of Earth Day started back in 1970, 20 years later, about 1990, it gained worldwide attention and celebrated throughout the planet. So here we are, many years later, 2024. Here on Guam, we have many events annually that happen to commemorate and to celebrate the conservation and preservation of our environment. And today I am here with someone very special to me and who really has done a lot in our community and the environment in those efforts. I'm here today with Dar Calvo.
Happy Dar. So there's a lot going on. First of all, share some of the different organizations that you're part of in the efforts of preservation and conservation of our environment.
Yeah, so we started off with the Casa Nannies. It evolved into the Nempire, where we empowered our youth, our kids, to just dream big and work hard and be entrepreneurs. And now we have evolved even more and started Famagum Farmers, which is a youth program dedicated to, just planting the seed of environmental sustainability, and
literally and figuratively, huh?
Yes, literally, and just creating a space where they can learn as much as they can about our natural resources.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Dar.
Thank you
for your
me.
time.
Yes, of course.
And thank you all. I'll see you next time on your weekly renewal.
My hair is messy, but thank you.
Weekly Renewal is brought to you by Calvo Select Care.
Health Check is brought to you locally by Island Cancer Center.
I am here at Island Cancer Center, and I have here Dr. Kinsing. Doc?
Hello, Jason.
All right,
Pleasure.
and we are talking today about state-of-the-art radiation treatment. Island Cancer Center is reopened now, able to serve patients, able to make various diagnoses. So, Doc, let's talk about where radiation is right now as far as treatment and where the technology has gone, maybe for people that aren't too familiar with it.
Well, the technology has been advancing quite a bit over the last 10, 20 years. So we're lucky to have the newest machine made by Varian called Halcyon. is it's a state-of-the-art machine, and it's the newest and most efficient machine that we have on the market right now. And we're lucky to have this machine. If they're potential candidates for radiation, they can talk to their family doctor, the surgeons, or a medical oncologist to see if radiation is appropriate for them. The more appropriate way, not appropriate, but the other way is if a patient is a potential candidate for radiation, or if there's a question whether radiation is potentially beneficial for that patient, they can be referred to me. Then I can go over the findings with them, talk with them about whether they are a potential candidate, and if they are, and explain to them about the mechanics, the risks and benefits of radiation. And one of the main concerns of patients is the side effects. With the modern technology, the side effects can be minimized. Most of our patients don't have much side effects. So with modern technology, the side effects are really, we can minimize that. And I want to add that every one of our patients is special to us, and we treat them as family. They deserve the best care, and I want to make sure that they get it.
Health Check is brought to you locally by Island Cancer Center.
Find a plan that goes with your flow. Get unlimited local talk, text, and data at the most affordable rate with Unlimited Flow Postpaid.
Don't need a work break, keep the smile on your face. The moments you can't replace, and I'll be around. Whoa. You can count on me. You can count on me for life.
Wherever life takes you, we're always here for you. Calvo's Insurance. Count on us for life.
This past weekend saw some very well-deserved tributes paid to some amazing people in our island community and their tireless work to help Guam's only public hospital.
The Guam Memorial Hospital Volunteers Association has such a long-lasting impact through actually Miss Leon Guerrero, Miss Bamba, Miss Jones, if I could say her name as well. Everybody that has come and gone, who has given themselves selflessly to serve and to really honestly wash the feet of those who have come before them. So I just want to say thank you, and truthfully, we all appreciate you.
The GMH Volunteers Association, affectionately known as the Pink Ladies, held their 59th charity ball at the Dusitani on Tumon Bay.
Your tireless efforts to carry out the mission of the association to help the people of Guam is truly inspirational. And I also want to, especially tonight, thank all of you donors who so generously support the work of the Pink Ladies.
Spirits were lifted and funds were raised to purchase a new medical instrument the physicians can use to treat patients locally.
Tandy Wenya was one of the pioneers of the Guam Memorial Hospital Volunteers Association.
And this year's Volunteer of the Year was former First Lady Christine Calvo, who had the honor of presenting a portrait of the late Eugenia Leon Guerrero, who passed away last fall, but whose legacy, philanthropy, and generosity lives on.
We would like to present you this beautiful tribute photo for your keepsake and your memory for your mom as we celebrate her legacy tonight. And thank you to Jessie. Thank you to the Leon Guerrero family.
Governor Lou Leon Guerrero talked about how her mother's steadfast support of GMH shaped her character and that of her family.
But I know she's up there in heaven with the rest of the Pink volunteers raising funds for the dear Lord so he can also provide for everybody.
Giving Every Tuesday is brought to you by J. Goodman, a happiness company.
We love potassium on this show, and you know who else loves the banana? Because bananas have potassium. Everybody. So that's why you need to head down to Talafofo because the Banana Festival is happening. That starts on Friday, goes all weekend. Make sure to check it out all weekend long. The good people down there have put on an amazing show. We are celebrating the many things that you can do with the banana as far as art, as far as food, as far as creativity. So we appreciate the Southern Village for doing that. We also appreciate the University of Guam, maybe about 5 miles up the road, because over in Manila, UOG Theater is presenting The Good Doctor. It's a Neil Simon play, and it is amazing. And our friend Dr. Troy McVeigh, theater professor, he is playing the lead. I can't wait to see this because Troy's a really, really good guy. Now he takes the stage as an actor, which he did for years. Can't wait to see this. Please make sure to go get your tickets at UOG Theater. And the Saipan Chamber of Commerce is planning their next event. That is going to happen on the 1st of May, their general membership meeting. That is at 11:30 at the World Resort Saipan. All you got to do is show up to the amazing events on Guam, have a good time, and maybe take a selfie or two.
Now to your birthday shout-outs,
which you can submit onto the Cold Stone Creamery Birthday Club on KUAM.com.
All right, everybody, we are sending birthday love to some members of our extended family here at KUM. First of all, our graphics operator extraordinaire, and you know what? He's studying to be a coder, too. So Curtis Mustalis, 23 today, and born on 4/23. How awesome is that? Curtis, man, you have been an absolute blast to work with, and the whole team digs having you here and everything. So we hope you have a fantastic day. We hope you enjoyed the pizza and have a fantastic birthday. Also, happy birthday to another member of our extended family. Happy birthday to the guiding light of the Onodera family, Miss Trini Onodera. And your shout out, ma'am, says, our matriarch Mama O, Trini Onodera, your wisdom and love have shaped us to who we are today, and all of your family, your kids, your grandkids, they all say emphatically, we love you. So Miss Trini, we hope you have a beautiful birthday as well today, and God bless you.
That's your primetime show.
Have a great evening.